almost all of us, even if it was 20 years ago. So Digital was one of the best companies on earth. If you worked for Digital, you were lucky. But Digital is not there anymore, and this is because, I think, they were not responsive enough to develop the PC. So when the management of Digital wanted to consider, should we develop our mini computer and sell it to our best customers in $500,000 a piece and increase our operating margin, versus should we develop a PC in $2,000 per piece, which our customers cannot use and will decrease our operating margin. Of course, they decided to go and continue to develop the mini computer. Now, for the engineer of Digital, it was a non-issue to develop a PC because the mini computer was much more complex. But still, they have decided to go to the mini computer like many other companies. It was Prime, Nixdorf, Data General, and many other companies that had just disappeared because there was a change in the business model as a result of technology, which was not superior than the existing one at that time. The same happened with Salesforce, with the CRM. Salesforce has developed a CRM system fighting against Sibyl. Sibyl had a much better CRM. Even today, they claim it's much better. But in fact, when Salesforce came to market on a subscription model, it was impossible for Sibyl to win this battle. And this is why Salesforce is the leader now in CRM. And Google developed the search. For Microsoft to develop the search, let's say 5 or 7 years ago, it was very easy to do. They could have developed a search. They just didn't know how to give it for free. This is the whole difference, because Google is giving the search for free, and Microsoft needs to sell it. So how can you beat somebody that gives it for free? You cannot, because it's a change in business model. So Google was smart enough in order to develop a different business model that they generate basically the revenue as a result of advertisement. So they changed the business model, and this is why Google is the biggest advertising company on earth today. So now moving to project management. What are your key success factors as a company? First of all, you need to deliver product on time. In fast-moving markets like consumer electronics, a delay of 6 months could create 50% loss of revenue. And this has a severe impact on any company. Second, you need to align the market need with the delivery. This is very critical because you need to make what your customer really needs. And it's a big issue to find this alignment between what the market exactly needs and what exactly you are doing. It's a big issue by itself, and it's even a bigger issue because until you finish the development, the requirements are changing. And this raises another level of complexity. And you need to operate efficiently. You need to make sure that you have an efficient operation in place in order to be able to compete properly. And here I want to ask, what has changed in project management? Well, projects are managed across the value chain nowadays. In the past, they were managed locally. Now project is really targeting months or years, but in the past, as you can see, there is the pyramid there. I think that if this pyramid was ready at the lifetime of the second Ramses, then it was good enough. So timing was not such a big issue. And project, what's this? Project nowadays are complex and distributed. There is a constant process of business disintegration and reintegration. So everything that we do, we distribute and then we integrate again. And this is a very complex project management process. And of course, we need to look at change as our friend. Because if we will object change, we're going to fight ourselves wrestling day and night. So we should say, okay, change is our friend. Let's love change, because it's always happening. Every day there is a change, because of the dynamic that we talked about before. So overall, project, just to sum up, were static, and now they are extremely dynamic. What about the project management space? Every company on earth is doing project management. It doesn't matter how they do it, with a piece of paper and a pen, with Outlook, with Excel, with whatever have you. But they need to do project management, because when you have a group of people, and it doesn't matter how big is this group, you need to decide who is doing what, when. Because you need to have a group of people that works together to achieve common objective. So there are about 30 million users of project management nowadays. The majority of them are using Microsoft Project Desktop. There is much to improve in project management. I visited many companies, and I don't know what's your impression. But if I'm coming to a company and I'm asking, are you happy from your CAD system? Are you happy from your ERP system? Are you happy from your CRM system? They will say, I have a few issues. I want to improve here and there, but generally it's working for me. If you will come to a company and ask, what about your project management system? Are you happy? I don't know what's the answer, you should tell me. I think the majority of the customers will say, no, we are not happy, we don't have a good solution. So it's amazing, it's something that everybody is doing. There is a company that is Microsoft that is dominant in this area, and still there is a huge need for improvement in this domain. And there is an increased need for collaboration, as I was saying, to keep up with the dynamic of projects. So this is all the time accelerating. It's getting to be more and more dynamic every day. So what do we do at Clarizen? Clarizen is a combination of ease of use, of user-generated content, of the ability to have a very short learning curve, to have a system that has high rate of adoption, running the Web 2.0 strategy, together with the enterprise software robustness, security, and at the end of the day, what you get is a real teamwork, is a real adoption, and it's a real knowledge. So we build a system that gets to be smarter as more users are using it. So if you have more people in the organization that use it, you get better value out of the system. With Clarizen, you can get a 360-degree view of all your projects. You can view all the exceptions. You can manage all your resources in one place in order for you to be able to take better decision faster. We basically created a system that enables you, as somebody that runs projects that have dependencies of other projects, to have a much better visibility and better understanding of the reality that you live, and as a result of this, to be able to react in a much better pace. So what we have developed is a concept of collaborative project networks that allows independent project, concurrent project, to run and still share across them a common project space.